going on, everyone? It's Coach Frankie Martinez. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about bracing your core in the squat. So why is it important to brace the core while doing your squat or any exercise for that matter? The reason being is that it could leak energy through your entire system, being your body. So when you're doing a squat especially, we often think about the quads, the glutes being the main drivers in the squat, where we can lose energy if we're not having a solid core or if not bracing the core. So what is bracing your core? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? So the biggest misconception when you hear bracing your core is that you just take a deep breath. Where we're taking that deep breath. So you can take a deep breath in your chest, but your core still being very loose and very flexible, okay? So when you're bracing your core, think about blowing up a balloon. It's breathing into the stomach, breathing into the diaphragm, and expanding the stomach, okay? So the difference between taking a deep breath in your chest and then thinking about expanding the diaphragm or expanding the stomach. So essentially, again, think about the balloon blowing up. So it shouldn't just be blowing up through here, but also to the sides, okay? So when you take that deep breath, look at my stomach here, look at my fingers. You notice how my fingers kind of expanded there, okay? Okay, so that's gonna be the big brace. So you're essentially feel like or think about someone trying to punch your stomach, and that's gonna be the big brace you're looking for. Okay, pushing out, making sure that the stomach is nice and firm. It doesn't look very beautiful, very pretty, but that's what's gonna save you from bending over or bowing in the squat. Now that we've learned what the brace is, how it should feel like, what it should sound like, now let's apply it to the squat. So there's actually two times that we actually want to think about bracing or adding more air into the diaphragm or stomach when bracing into the squat. So the first one's going to be actually when you unrack. The second one is right before the descent phase, okay? So the first one, once you set yourself up, under the bar, this is when you take your initial big breath. So big breath into your diaphragm or stomach. Brace, hold your breath there. When you unrack, take your steps. And here, so usually you'll lose a little bit of tightness before you actually descend. So before you take off, make sure that you're breathing in a little bit harder or more into the diaphragm or stomach before you descend, okay? So I'm gonna go over that again. The first breath or the first brace you'll take is the initial takeoff. This will actually help establish a really good sense of confidence because you have a big brace, so the weight should actually feel lighter on the takeoff. So deep breath, unrack, deep breath, descend, and exhale. So something I want you guys to notice is that when I was squatting, I maintained my brace through the entire squat. I didn't exhale until I got to the top of the squat, so I actually performed my full squat. So don't think about just exhaling as soon as you hit the bottom. So there's a certain tightness, a certain kinetic energy that comes up your body. Usually, again, so we talked about the quads or the glutes being the main driver in the squat, which is correct, but to maintain that posture to come up, you want to have a nice tight core, which again is bracing your core so that you're able to push the barbell all the way up to the squat, okay? So maintain the brace to the bottom of the squat. So here at the bottom, maintain your brace so that we're still braced, we're still braced, we're still braced. Get to the top, then we can exhale. You don't want to go and have that nice tight core and then get to the bottom and we start to lose the barbell, okay? We want to maintain that tightness to the bottom. okay? And have that wall, so your muscles here, that wall, the air is pushing those muscles out, so that we're able to have a nice solid front portion of the squat. So barbell on the back, all my weights loaded more towards the back. We don't want to cave or have this shift coming in and then you're losing the weight forward and then you fall, okay? So again, deep breath in. First breath will be when we unrack, deep breath. Step back. Another deep breath. Squat. Maintain. Exhale. So that's more or less how you should maintain and use your brace during the squat. So again, my name is Coach Frankie Martinez. Make sure you guys are following all my social media. My Instagram is at Coach Frankie Martinez. My YouTube is Frankie Martinez Throws. Make sure you're putting in the comment section if you guys have any suggestions on any future videos regarding any lifts or throws. I would love to help you guys out. So again, in the comment section, make sure you guys are adding any kind of questions or any kind of information you guys would like me to cover, and I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. Thanks for liking, sharing, and commenting, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video.